What if I told you that some of the world's most breathtaking masterpieces weren't carved from marble, but pulled from piles of trash? What if greatness could begin in a garbage dump? And beauty could rise from the things everyone else throws away? Today, you're about to discover the extraordinary true story of a man who turned junk into global masterpieces and proved that no beginning is too small, no circumstance too broken, and no dream too impossible. This is the story that will change the way you see failure, struggle, and even yourself. In a bustling neighborhood of Sao Paulo, Brazil, where poverty was loud and opportunity soft, a young boy named Vik Muniz grew up with a gift that no one noticed, not even him. His world wasn't defined by beauty or privilege. It was defined by survival, dusty streets, and the constant hum of people trying to make ends meet. But Vik possessed something rare, a mind that refused to see things as they were. Instead, he saw what they could become. One day, when Vik was still just a teenager, he found himself walking home from school when he witnessed a heated argument erupt between two men. Before he knew it, a stray bullet grazed his leg. Shocked, he looked down, not at the wound but at the shiny object lying beside him. It was a metal fragment. Something useless, something discarded, something broken. Yet something about that insignificant piece of debris caught his attention. He picked it up. And that moment planted the seed of the vision that would define his entire life, the belief that beauty could be reborn from the things the world throws away. Years passed, and Vik carried that belief everywhere he went. He traveled to the United States, working whatever jobs he could find, slowly discovering that art was not just an interest, it was a calling. But Vik wasn't interested in fancy paints or perfect marble. He was drawn to the imperfect, the forgotten, the rejected. He began creating sculptures and portraits not with traditional tools, but with junk, scrap metal, old toys, broken glass, bottle caps, wires, and discarded objects people no longer cared about. And people laughed at him. They said it wasn't art. They said it wasn't valuable. They said no one would ever take him seriously. But Vik didn't listen. He knew something they didn't. Greatness isn't found in perfection, it is born from purpose. He kept collecting junk, piece by piece, turning chaos into structure, ugliness into meaning. His tiny apartment became a jungle of discarded materials. His hands became the tools that reshaped forgotten objects into breathtaking masterpieces. And slowly, the world began to notice. His first major break came when he created an entire series of sculptures and portraits using nothing but chocolate syrup. People were stunned. How could something so ordinary, something people consumed without thinking, be used to create something so magnificent? That was the first time the art world began whispering his name. But it was his next project that changed his destiny and the destiny of countless others. Vik Muniz traveled back to Brazil to visit the Jardim Gramacho landfill, one of the largest garbage dumps in the world. What he saw there broke him and rebuilt him at the same time. Thousands of people, known as catadores, lived and worked in the trash every day, sorting through waste to survive. Their lives were buried beneath mountains of junk the world had forgotten. Where others saw garbage, Vik saw souls. Where others saw waste, he saw human stories. Where others saw despair, he saw art waiting to be awakened. He decided to do the unthinkable, create monumental works of art using junk from the landfill, with the catadores themselves as his collaborators and models. Together, they created giant portraits crafted entirely from trash, revealing the beauty, dignity, and strength hidden within people society had overlooked. These masterpieces traveled the world, raising millions, changing perceptions, and restoring hope to those who once believed they had none. Some of the catadores were able to leave the landfill forever. Others were able to provide education for their children. And all of them saw themselves not as garbage workers but as valuable, important human beings. Vik became internationally celebrated. Museums and collectors clamored for his work. But he never forgot where it all began, with a single piece of junk and a mind that refused to accept the ordinary. His story is a reminder that your beginnings do not define your destiny. The world may hand you scraps. Life may throw you rejection, criticism, discouragement, and obstacles. People may overlook you, underestimate you, or even dismiss you. But greatness is not determined by what you start with. It is determined by what you create from it. Like Vik Muniz, you can build masterpieces from the broken pieces of your life. You can rise from the junk the world tosses aside. You can transform your struggle into your strength. You can take the very things meant to limit you and turn them into the foundation of your success. Because inside every piece of trash is potential, inside every challenge is an opportunity, and inside every person, even the ones the world forgets, is a masterpiece waiting to be discovered. So if you're feeling overlooked, if you're surrounded by problems, if life seems like a pile of discarded dreams, remember Vik Muniz, the sculptor who turned junk into art and despair into hope. You are not defined by what you lack. You are defined by what you do with what you have. Let your life be your sculpture. Let your story be your masterpiece. And let your journey prove to the world that greatness can rise from anywhere, because the world may see junk, but you are the artist, and your masterpiece is waiting. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful, life-changing stories every week. Your support helps us reach more people who need motivation just like this.